Second episode of 1913 Marion. We just kind of tell you what's going on here in the South Carolina Republican Party headquarters and then what's going on around the state in Republican politics and with some of the other county parties. It's been a couple weeks, and since that time, we had our runoff, and we solidified our ticket, which we're pretty excited about. So we got some really good stats from the runoff. What did you tell everybody about those?
We had almost twice as many people vote in our runoff than voted in the Democrats' primary. That is amazing.
And people are just pumped about Nikki Haley and the rest of our ticket.
Yeah, that's a big deal. But that doesn't mean that we can just stroll to victory in November. That's the majority of people who vote in general elections do not vote in primaries. So we still have to make sure that we're keeping our eye on the ball. And there's been some Vincent Shaheen and Rob Miller already starting their negative campaigns. We've seen that. So
yeah, Rob Miller's been on the attack pretty hard. Vincent Shaheen a little bit. But Rob Miller's just gotten extremely nasty on Congressman Wilson, and I expect the Democrats as a whole and the Shaheen campaign to really ramp up the nasty attacks here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
it's coming, and everybody needs to be prepared for it.
Yeah, and if we're not careful, we can absolutely. There's no reason why we shouldn't be careful. We can lose any seat at any time, so we need to make sure we watch out.
Now, we've been busy. It's been 2 weeks, and it's the dog days of summer, and you think things slow down a little bit, but the chairman's been all over the state. You've been all over the state, dragging that heavy speedometer around. So what all's been going on?
Well, the day after the runoff, we had our unity breakfast. We told y'all a little bit about that last time, and that was excellent. We had almost every candidate. There were a couple that couldn't make it just for prior commitments, but almost every candidate that was in the primary came to our unity breakfast the morning after the runoff. It was excellent. Chairman Floyd did an awesome job just bringing everyone together, and there were a ton of activists there.
That's right. It was packed room.
It was. There was standing room only, and it was a big deal. Yeah. And we had our executive committee meeting the Saturday after that, which went well, and Wesley got to give his technology summit.
Yep.
So we hope to get.
We're getting ginned up on Facebook.
That's right. That's a big deal too. Had Tim Pawlenty at Chairman Floyd's house in Spartanburg. I guess that was either a week or two after that.
Yep. And then, real quick, about the 2010, it looks like we're going to get our first in the South status again.
Yeah. That we got one more vote. The RNC will decide, and we should not lose it.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. And
that's a big deal. Chairman Floyd's been working tirelessly. She's been all over the country flying around.
Yeah.
Really working hard in his meetings. But why I bring that up now is because of our 2012 first in the South status. We've already got everybody rolling in. Pawlenty, like you just said, and besides Pawlenty, Newt Gingrich just came in this week.
Yeah, that was
last week.
If y'all didn't get a chance to see Newt, he is a superstar. It was awesome to be able to meet him in person. Yeah. Someone who has already been through everything. In the 90s, he was excellent speaker. He's just such an asset, and people kept saying the same thing about him. After they saw him, is that he is brilliant. His ideas, his message, they resonate, and he's just an incredible asset. I really hope we get to see him again soon.
Yeah, what I think is exciting was when he talks about how they took over the House and the Senate in the 90s, and how we're coming back up on that again this year, where even the White House is starting to say, hey, we're about to lose the House, maybe the Senate.
Yeah.
You see no better example than right here in South Carolina. We're going to take out John Spratt. That's going to be a huge blow to the Democrats. That's just one of many seats across the country that we're going to flip and take back Congress.
Yeah. It's cool to be able to play a big part in. What Newt did in with the Contract for America in '94, and when he was talking about just the whole Republican Revolution and stuff, and talking about how it's a possibility to happen again this year, and we have a chance to have a big impact on that here in South Carolina.
Well, and one way we're going to impact that, to throw out there real fast, is the Victory Program. And the Victory Program is a combination of all the top of the ticket races, all the down ballot races, the South Carolina Republican Party, the RNC. So after the primaries, you start having all those pieces fit together, and that's what we've been working on over the last few weeks, is all the campaigns coming together, figuring out what's going on, the game plan, who the staffers are going to be, where the offices are going to be. So the Victory Plan's rolling along. We'll be announcing that here in the next couple weeks too.
Yeah, we'll be able to make some solid announcements here with that shortly. So
we're putting together the ground game, and one of those ground games that's coming together pretty strong out here is the Williamsburg County, which is one of the more rural counties that kind of goes Democrat, but lately we've been having a strong Republican push there.
And just in counties like that, you're starting to see more of a trend. Williamsburg had a stump meeting this past Tuesday that I went to with Chairman Floyd and our executive committeeman Glenn McCall and Cindy Costa, and they all spoke, and Chairman Floyd emceed, and it was just something that we didn't really expect it to be such a well put together event, and not that we didn't have confidence in our activists down there, we just didn't know that many people were going to show up.
Yeah, that's
there
awesome.
was a ton, and they were prepared for it. It was the coolest thing is that, you know, they were saying a lot of people are coming. We're getting a big warehouse, and there's going to be a lot of tables and food for everyone. And it was, I mean, I wouldn't have known the difference from being in a blue county like Williamsburg to being in, you know, the reddest of red counties, Greenville or Lexington. It was an excellent event, and so congrats to.
Yeah, people are just stoked about the party right now, and they're just upset and ready for change. So people are coming out. It's usually we got to make calls and drive people out to these events, but now they're just flooding in. We can't.
Yeah. They're ready to get involved.
Packing rooms.
Yeah.
I know, Congressman Wilson had a town hall and a big event where the fire marshal actually had to turn people away a couple weeks ago. And that's just the atmosphere we're in right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad we're having to deal with stuff like that when you have the problem of having too many people wanting to get involved. Yep. It's a lot better problem to have. But so congratulations and thank you to Chairman Barbara Michaud from Williamsburg County.
She's awesome.
Excellent job. Running for the House too. So.
Yep.
Thank you so much. That was an excellent event. We had a great time. And the spendometer, real quick, unveiled that at the executive committee meeting. And if y'all haven't seen it, it's a big red machine, and it has on the top Spratt, Pelosi, Vincent Shaheen, of course, and President Obama. And what it does is it has a number that keeps going up, and it's how much the Democrats are spending. Which is a very cool thing. And if you want it in your county, just give Kurt and shoot him an email or call the party at 803-988-8440. The speedometer is very, very cool for everybody except Kurt. Because he actually has to drag this heavy thing around the stage. I enjoy it though. It's good. If you're having a big event, you know, we want it. It's already been to, first of all, like I said, the executive committee meeting. It went to the Lancaster Tea Party. Mick Mulvaney unveiled it, and he said it was a big hit. It went to the TKK parade. Apparently, John Spratt was there, and I don't know if he saw it or not. I wasn't there, but I've heard that it was there, so he might have seen it, which would have been excellent. And then it was obviously at Williamsburg on Tuesday, so people love it. It's already been 4 places in less than 3 weeks, I guess. That's awesome. Well, I mean, we got a lot going on, so why don't you give them the schedule real fast before we go? Yeah. Well, coming up on the 10th of August, we have a program called SCGOP Academy that's basically campaign training. It's free to the public, and it's if you're a candidate, an activist, whoever. If you just want to come and see what it is, see what it's like to run campaigns and be involved in campaigns. We have professionals like Wesley and some other folks come and teach whoever wants to see and hear about what it's like and the process. And we have one in Columbia on the 10th, it's Tuesday, and then again Tuesday, Charleston on the 24th. So if you're in town, near those areas, give us a call at the headquarters here, 803-988-8440, and we'll get you some more information. We just locked them down, so nothing other than the date. We don't have all the details yet, but just give us a call here. We'll make sure that you get those. Executive committee meeting, the next one, the third quarter, the last one before the election will be Saturday on the 4th of September, and it's at the same place, the Hilton. And remember, the last day to register to vote is October 2nd. If you don't register before then, you can't vote in the general election. That's a month before the general, so make sure you do that. We'll have voter registration drives and that sort of thing. Cool. Well, you've been busy. Everybody's been busy. We've all been busy around here since the primary. We're putting a team together. So is that about it for this podcast? That's about it. Cool. Well, we'll keep throwing out these 1913 Marions a couple times a week just to let you know what's going on. But thanks for checking us out. Thanks.